In the beginning stages of a relationship, it's often easy to get swept away by charm, chemistry, and excitement. But when the butterflies settle and reality begins to unfold, a deeper question starts to form in your heart. Is he serious about me? It's a quiet wonder, sometimes even a fear. Because while words can be sweet and gestures romantic, true long-term intentions often show themselves in the most subtle, consistent ways. The truth is, when a man truly wants you in his life for the long haul, you'll feel it in your bones before he even says the words. It won't be about dramatic declarations or constant promises. It will be in the way he treats you when no one is watching, how he includes you in his thoughts for tomorrow, and how much space he makes for you in his present. Long-term love doesn't always come wrapped in roses. It often shows up in stability, honesty, effort, and emotional safety. This kind of man sees you as more than just a partner in the moment. He sees you as someone he's willing to build with. He pays attention to your values, supports your dreams, and respects your boundaries. He talks in terms of we, invites you into his world, and opens up about his own. You're not a backup plan, a convenience, or an option to him. You're the choice, the person he wants beside him as life unfolds. But here's the catch. Not every serious man is loud about his intentions. Some show love through action, not words. Some may be emotionally reserved, but deeply devoted. And in a world where games, mixed signals, and shallow connections have become common, it's more important than ever to recognize the quiet signs of something real. So how do you know if he's truly in it for the long run? What are the subtle but undeniable clues that you're not just a passing phase, but a permanent part of his vision? This list of 15 signs will help you understand what long-term love really looks like from a man who's emotionally ready to commit. These signs go beyond surface-level attraction or temporary interest. They reflect maturity, depth, and a desire for lasting connection. Whether you're just getting serious or have been with someone for a while, these insights can bring clarity to your heart and reassurance to your journey. Because at the end of the day, love isn't just about who says I love you first. It's about who shows you, through action, patience, and presence, that they want you in their life, not just for now, but forever. 1. He includes you in future plans. When a man includes you in his future plans, it's one of the strongest signs that he's serious about keeping you in his life long term. It's not just about saying sweet things in the moment. It's about subtly and naturally weaving you into the life he envisions for himself. He'll mention trips he wants to take with you next year, talk about how the two of you would decorate a future home, or discuss where you both might live someday. These aren't casual, throwaway comments. They're intentional signals that he sees you not just as someone for now, but someone for the road ahead. You'll notice that when he makes decisions, he considers how they might affect you too. Maybe he's thinking about taking a new job in a different city, but he won't make that move without having a real conversation with you first. Or he might talk about saving money not just for himself, but for us or for the future, signaling that he's already thinking of you as a partner. Even small things like booking concert tickets months in advance, signing up for a class together, or suggesting you meet his family over the holidays all speak volumes. These moments aren't random, they're signs of investment. It means he's mentally placing you beside him as time goes on, not imagining a life where you're just a chapter, but a permanent part of the story. It also shows emotional maturity. He's not just in it for excitement or short-term companionship. He's thinking with stability, with purpose, and with heart. When a man does this, it's because he genuinely values your presence and can't imagine building a future that doesn't include you in it. To him, you're already part of the blueprint. 2. He introduces you to close family and friends. When a man introduces you to his close family and friends, it's not a casual move. It's a deeply intentional step that says, you matter to me, and I want the people I care about to know you. These aren't just people he passes time with. They're his inner circle, the ones who've seen him grow, supported him through ups and downs, and likely know him better than anyone. So if he brings you into that space, he's saying that you're not just a fleeting part of his life. You're someone he's proud of, someone he wants by his side long term. This introduction often happens naturally when he's serious. You won't have to ask or hint. He'll be excited to bring you along. Maybe it's a birthday dinner, a casual Sunday lunch at his mom's house, or a night out with his childhood friends. And during those moments, he doesn't just introduce you by name. He makes sure they know what you mean to him through his tone, his attention, and the way he includes you in conversations. You'll also notice how he watches your interactions with them. Not because he doubts you, but because he genuinely hopes they'll love you like he does. He wants the most important people in his life to see why he's chosen you. And if they approve, it makes him feel even more confident about building a future with you. This kind of introduction also says a lot about how he sees relationships. He's not compartmentalizing you. He's merging his worlds. He's saying, without words, this is someone I see lasting in my life. Because when a man sees you in his future, he won't want to keep you a secret. He'll want to show you off to the people who matter most. 3. He remembers the little things that matter to you. When a man remembers the little things that matter to you, it's a powerful sign that is emotionally invested in thinking long-term. These aren't grand gestures or dramatic declarations. It's about the quiet attentiveness he shows in everyday life. He remembers how you like your coffee, the name of your childhood pet, the exact brand of your favorite snack, or the way you get quiet when you're overwhelmed. These details may seem small, but to him, they are pieces of your world he's choosing to hold on to. This kind of memory doesn't come from obligation. It comes from genuine care. He listens not just to respond, but to understand. Even during casual conversations, he stores the things you say because they matter to him simply because they come from you. Whether it's the book you said you wanted to read, the artist you've been into lately, or the way your eyes lit up when you talked about a childhood dream, he notices it, and later, he finds ways to show you he was paying attention. Sometimes, it shows up in surprises. He might send you a song that reminds him of you, by something thoughtful you mentioned in passing, or bring up a story you told weeks ago. And when he does, it doesn't just make you feel seen. It makes you feel cherished. Because remembering the small things is his way of saying, I care enough to notice the details. This level of attentiveness is rare, and it's not something men do casually. It means he's emotionally present, fully engaged, and building a deeper connection with you, piece by piece. When a man remembers the little things, it's not about the memory, it's about the meaning. You're not just someone he dates. You're someone whose presence shapes his inner world. 4. He asks for your opinion on major decisions. When a man asks for your opinion on major decisions, it's a clear reflection of how seriously he values your voice and envisions you as part of his future. These aren't just surface-level choices like what movie to watch or where to eat dinner. He's involving you in the deeper, more meaningful areas of his life: career moves, financial planning, family matters, or even long-term goals. And when he does this, it's not just about seeking advice. It's about partnership. This behavior shows a high level of respect. It means he sees you not just as someone he's dating, but as someone whose insight and perspective matter. He understands that your thoughts are valuable and that the decisions he makes don't exist in isolation. They affect you too. So before he commits to something big, he turns to you, not to be told what to do, but because your opinion genuinely holds weight in his world. You'll notice that he doesn't just listen to your response out of courtesy. He reflects on it, he considers it, and sometimes even changes his course because of what you say. That's a powerful level of emotional connection. It shows that he trusts your judgment, respects your values, and sees you as someone he wants to build with, not just be with. And it goes beyond logic. When he shares important decisions with you, he's also sharing vulnerability. He's letting you into his process, his doubts, his hopes, his fears, and inviting you to help shape what comes next. This is what real emotional intimacy looks like. When a man is serious about you, your voice becomes a part of his decision-making rhythm. Because to him, a future without your input isn't a future worth planning. 5. He talks about we more than I. When a man starts using we more than I, it's a subtle yet powerful shift that reveals how deeply connected he feels to you. It shows he no longer sees himself as moving through life alone. He's now envisioning experiences, challenges, and dreams with you by his side. It's no longer just his plans, his future, or his goals. You've become a part of the equation and is naturally including you in the narrative without even thinking about it. You'll hear it in small, everyday moments. We should try that restaurant. We could go there next summer. We'll figure it out together. These phrases might seem casual, but they are full of meaning. They reflect a mindset where your lives are intertwined and where your presence in his life is no longer optional. It's essential. He's speaking from a place of unity, and that unity doesn't require a formal label or announcement. It's just there, woven into how he talks and thinks. This language also reveals emotional comfort. He feels safe enough to lean into the connection and build a shared identity with you. He doesn't need to protect his independence with every sentence because he trusts that we doesn't mean losing himself. It means gaining something more meaningful. It means partnership. Even when discussing future challenges or plans, he won't isolate himself. He'll say things like, "We'll get through it," or "We'll make it work," because he already sees you as a teammate, not just a temporary companion. In relationships, words matter. And the shift from I to we isn't just linguistic, it's emotional. It tells you that he's not just in love with you, he's building a life around you. And in that life, he no longer sees a future where you're apart. 6. He supports your goals and ambitions. When a man truly supports your goals and ambitions, it's a sign that he's not just attracted to you, he believes in you. He doesn't feel threatened by your dreams or try to compete with your success. Instead, he actively encourages you to go after the things that set your soul on fire. Whether your goals are personal, professional, creative, or spiritual, he cheers you on from the sidelines and stands beside you through every step. This support shows up in both big and small ways. Maybe he helps you brainstorm ideas for your business, stays up late to help you prep for an interview, or simply reminds you of your strengths on days you doubt yourself. He listens when you talk about your passions, not with polite nods, but with genuine interest. He asks questions, offers suggestions, and even holds you accountable when you start to second-guess yourself. That's because your growth matters to him. Your success feels like his success too. More importantly, he doesn't push you to shrink or settle for less just to make a relationship more convenient. He wants you to shine, to evolve, to rise into your potential. Even if your ambitions challenge his comfort zone or require adjustments in his own life, he still finds ways to make space for your journey. That's not easy, but it's what people do when they're serious about sharing a future. A man who supports your goals isn't just being nice, he's showing emotional maturity. He sees your dreams as an extension of who you are, and loving you means nurturing that part of you as well. His support isn't passive, it's active, intentional, and consistent. Because deep down, he knows that the woman who dreams boldly is also the woman who builds deeply, and he wants to be right there with you while you do. 7. He makes sacrifices to spend time with you. When a man makes sacrifices to spend time with you, it's one of the clearest signs that you're a priority in his life. He doesn't just fit you into his schedule when it's convenient. He reshapes his plans, adjusts his commitments, and sometimes even gives up things he enjoys to be with you. And he doesn't do it with resentment or complaints. He does it willingly, because your presence matters more than whatever he's letting go of in that moment. You'll notice it in the quiet choices he makes. Maybe he skips a night out with friends just to stay in and comfort you after a bad day. Maybe he cuts a work trip short so he doesn't miss your big presentation or cancels a personal plan because you need his support. These sacrifices might not be dramatic or loud, but they are meaningful. They show that he's not just interested in you, he's invested in you. Time is one of the most valuable things a person can give. And when he chooses to give it to you consistently, especially when it costs him something, it speaks volumes about his intentions. He's showing you that love, to him, is an action, not just a feeling. It's something you express through decisions, through compromise, and through choosing each other even when it's not the easy option. This kind of sacrifice also reveals emotional maturity. He understands that relationships aren't built on convenience, they are built on effort. He's not trying to impress you with words. He's showing you with actions that he wants to be part of your world. And in those moments of choosing you over everything else, he's quietly proving that your connection is something he's willing to protect and nurture, no matter what it takes. 8. He's consistent with his actions and communication. When a man is consistent with his actions and communication, it's one of the most reassuring signs that he's serious about you and emotionally steady in his intentions. He doesn't leave you guessing, wondering, or doubting where you stand. Instead, he shows up, again and again, with the same energy, care, and attention, regardless of how busy life gets or how much time has passed. His consistency is reflected in the small, everyday things. Checking in on you, replying to your messages without unnecessary delay, keeping his promises, and doing what he says he'll do. If he tells you he'll call, he does. If he says he wants to see you this weekend, he follows through. This reliability may not seem flashy, but it builds deep emotional security over time. Because when someone shows you the same respect and care day after day, you know you can trust them, not just in words, but in rhythm. He also communicates with intention. He doesn't go silent when things get tough. He doesn't disappear when he's overwhelmed. Instead, he keeps the lines open, even if it's just a simple, "I'm having a rough day, but I'll talk to you later." That kind of emotional maturity and honesty strengthens your connection. It shows that he values your peace of mind and wants you to feel safe with him, always. Consistency is where real love thrives. It's not just about grand moments or special dates. It's about how he shows up on a random Tuesday. It's how he makes you feel seen, heard, and prioritized over and over again. A man who's consistent is a man who understands that love isn't proven in bursts, it's proven in patterns. And with every steady action, he's silently telling you, "You can count on me. I'm here for the long run." 9. He respects your boundaries and values. When a man respects your boundaries and values, it's a deep sign of emotional maturity and genuine love. He doesn't try to push, manipulate, or guilt you into doing something that makes you uncomfortable. Instead, he listens when you speak, honors your limits, and creates a space where you feel safe to be yourself without judgment. He understands that love isn't about control, it's about respect. You'll notice he pays attention when you set a boundary, no matter how big or small. If you need space after a stressful day, he gives it without taking it personally. If you're not ready for something emotionally or physically, he doesn't pressure you, he supports your pace. And when it comes to your values, whether they are spiritual, cultural, personal, or emotional, he never mocks or dismisses them. He may not always agree, but he listens with an open heart and mind. This respect builds trust. It tells you that you can be honest with him without fear of being punished for it. It shows that your well-being matters more to him than getting his own way. And in a world where too many people confuse affection with control, his ability to honor your boundaries becomes a rare and beautiful kind of love. A man who respects your boundaries also sees the bigger picture. He's not just focused on what he wants now. He's building something deeper and lasting. He understands that long-term connection requires patience, understanding, and emotional safety. And by showing you that he values your comfort, your voice, and your truth, he's letting you know that your soul is just as important to him as your smile. Because at the end of the day, true love doesn't just accept boundaries, it protects them. And a man who does that isn't just loving you, he's cherishing you. 10. He wants to resolve conflicts, not avoid them. When a man wants to resolve conflicts instead of avoiding them, it's a strong sign that is emotionally invested and sees you as someone worth fighting for, not with. Conflict is natural in any relationship, but how he handles it reveals everything about his intentions and emotional maturity. If he stays present during difficult conversations, listens without interrupting, and genuinely tries to understand your perspective, it means he values the relationship more than his ego. He doesn't shut down or disappear when things get tense. Instead, he leans in, with patience and calm, to find common ground. He's not interested in winning the argument. He's focused on protecting the connection. Whether the issue is small or serious, he wants to talk it through and reach a resolution that works for both of you. And he doesn't weaponize silence or walk away just to create distance. He stays because he cares. You'll notice he's willing to take responsibility when he's wrong, and he doesn't minimize your feelings. He doesn't try to fix you, but he does want to fix the hurt, the misunderstanding, or the tension between you. That's a rare kind of strength, the ability to stay open and loving even when emotions are high. A man who handles conflict with care is thinking long-term. He knows that building something real means having tough conversations, learning each other's triggers, and growing through disagreements. He's not running from discomfort. He's learning how to navigate it with you. When someone chooses resolution over avoidance, they're choosing maturity, honesty, and commitment. They're showing you that love doesn't vanish when things get hard. It deepens. Because in his mind, you're not just someone to share the good times with. You're someone worth growing with, through it all. 11. He celebrates your wins like they're his own. When a man celebrates your wins like they're his own, it reveals just how deeply connected and proud he is of you. He doesn't see your success as separate from him. He feels it with you, cheers for it, and genuinely glows when you achieve something, whether big or small. It's not about competition or comparison. It's about joy, pride, and admiration. Your happiness becomes his happiness. He doesn't just say congrats and move on. He lights up with excitement when you tell him your good news. He might plan a little celebration, take you out to mark the occasion, or call just to say how proud he is. His reaction feels real, not polite. It's filled with enthusiasm and depth because he's emotionally invested in your growth. Your success adds to his world, not threatens it. Even when he's going through something tough himself, he still finds the heart to lift you up. He understands that part of loving someone is showing up for their joy, not just during hard times. Whether you land a dream job, overcome a fear, finish a passion project, or even just have a good day, you'll find him right there, cheering the loudest. This kind of support comes from a place of genuine partnership. He sees your potential and believes in you fully. He knows how hard you've worked, how much you've dreamed, and how deeply you deserve to win. So when you do, he shares in that moment because, in his eyes, you're a team, and your victories are victories for both of you. When a man can celebrate your shine without needing the spotlight himself, it shows he's secure, loving, and serious about you. He's not just there to witness your journey. He's there to honor it, uplift it, and walk beside you through every step of your rise. 12. He's open about finances and responsibilities. When a man is open about finances and responsibilities, it's a strong sign that he's building something serious with you, not just emotionally, but practically. Money can be a sensitive subject, yet if he's willing to talk about it honestly, it means he trusts you and values transparency in the relationship. He's not hiding his income, his spending habits, or his financial goals. Instead, he's choosing to share them with you because he sees you as a partner, not just a date. You'll notice that he doesn't avoid conversations about budgeting, saving, debts, or future plans. He brings you into those discussions because he wants you to be a part of the decision-making process. Whether it's splitting bills fairly, saving for something together, or just being clear about financial boundaries, he believes you deserve to know where things stand. It's not about showing off. It's about building trust and accountability. He also takes responsibility seriously. He's not reckless with important matters like rent, work commitments, or life planning. He might talk to you about future investments, moving in together, or even preparing for long-term goals like owning a home or starting a family. That openness reflects long-term thinking. He's not just trying to impress you with short bursts of generosity. He's thinking about how to grow together in a stable and grounded way. More than anything, it shows he respects you enough to treat you like an equal. He's not trying to control things or keep you in the dark. He wants to face life's real challenges with you, side by side. And that level of honesty, especially around something as personal as finances, isn't just mature. It's a clear signal that in his heart, you're not just someone he loves. You're someone he's planning life with. 13. He wants to grow with you, not control you. When a man wants to grow with you, not control you, it speaks volumes about the depth and health of his love. He doesn't see your independence as a threat. He sees it as a strength. He wants you to flourish as your own person, with your own voice, dreams, and boundaries. His love isn't about molding you to fit his ideal. It's about supporting the woman you already are while evolving together through the journey ahead. You'll notice he encourages your growth, even when it means you might outgrow certain things, including comfort zones, environments, or even aspects of the relationship that need to evolve. He doesn't hold you back out of fear of losing you. Instead, he walks alongside you as you change, learn, and become more of yourself. That's because he's not loving you for what you do for him. He's loving you for who you are. He never uses guilt, pressure, or manipulation to get his way. He doesn't impose decisions or demand control over your time, friends, or career. Instead, he respects your autonomy and asks for your thoughts and consent. In every step, he shows that love, to him, is not about power, it's about partnership. And in his own way, he grows too. He's not just focused on guiding you, he's open to being guided as well. He listens when you speak, reflects when you challenge him, and adapts when life calls for change. That mutual willingness to evolve is what makes a relationship sustainable and deep. When a man wants to grow with you, not control you, you feel it in your spirit. You feel free, but not alone. Loved, but never limited. He doesn't just want you by his side. He wants to walk beside you, step by step, through whatever life becomes. And that kind of love is not just Ray. It's real. 14. He brings up commitment and stability. When a man brings up commitment and stability, he's revealing more than just interest. He's showing intention. He's not playing games, keeping things vague, or dodging conversations about the future. Instead, he openly speaks about wanting something lasting, rooted in trust and shared vision. These aren't passing remarks made in the heat of the moment. They are steady, thoughtful signs that he's mentally preparing for a life that includes you. You'll notice he doesn't flinch when the topic of commitment arises. Whether it's exclusivity, long-term planning, living arrangements, or even marriage someday, he welcomes the conversation. He may say things like, "I'm not dating just to date," or "I'm looking for something real," and he backs those words with consistent actions. His behavior aligns with someone who's not afraid of depth, someone who finds comfort in reliability, not chaos. He might also talk about building a stable home, being emotionally and financially responsible, or wanting to create a life that both of you can grow in together. These aren't just romantic ideas, they are grounded in responsibility. He wants to be the kind of man you can count on. And he knows that lasting love isn't built on passion alone. It's built on showing up, being dependable, and choosing each other daily. Stability doesn't mean life is always easy, but it does mean he's not going anywhere when things get tough. He talks about weathering storms, making plans together, and solving problems as a team. When he speaks this way, it's because he's not just looking at you with love, he's looking at you with certainty. A man who brings up commitment and stability isn't afraid of the future. He's making space for you in it. And when he speaks that way, he's telling you, without needing to say the words directly, "I see you in my forever." 15. He makes you feel emotionally secure and chosen. When a man makes you feel emotionally secure and chosen, it transforms the entire dynamic of the relationship. You don't have to question his intentions, compete for his attention, or guess where you stand. He creates an atmosphere where your heart can breathe, where you feel safe to be vulnerable, honest, and fully yourself. Emotional security isn't about constant reassurance. It's about consistency, trust, and how he shows up for you again and again. He chooses you not just once, but daily, through his actions, his words, and the way he prioritizes you. You feel it when he listens without judgment, respects your emotions, and holds space for your feelings, even when they're messy or hard to express. He doesn't punish your vulnerability, he honors it. That steady, calm presence lets you know that you don't have to earn his affection or perform to keep his interest. You're loved as you are. You'll also notice he doesn't play games. He's not hot one day and cold the next. He's emotionally available, transparent, and reliable. When he says he'll be there, he is. When you need comfort, he leans in, not away. His love isn't loud or boastful. It's quiet, strong, and constant. And in that quiet, you feel seen, valued, and deeply chosen. What makes this even more powerful is that he creates a space where trust can grow. You're not walking on eggshells, worrying if you're too much or not enough. Instead, you feel grounded in the connection, like you matter, like you're safe, like you're home. To be emotionally secure in love is to know that even when life gets hard, the bond remains. And when a man gives you that kind of love, it's not just romance. It's emotional protection. It's commitment without condition. And it's one of the truest signs that he wants to build something real with only you.